Welcome to Botches Off-Road. Join us as we talk about everything from gear reviews to trail stories, tent camping to rock landing, and all things to do with the outdoors. Dude, I don't know what it is with AI. It really wants us to do this tank camping thing because it translated in the transcript to tank camping again.
Oh, I didn't pay attention.
It's fucking funny.
I thought you said taint.
No, I mean, that would be a good camping trip too, I guess.
I guess.
But, yeah, it's a good old wrap. We're not going to do an hour-long episode this week. We've all had a pretty busy week.
Mm-hmm.
I've got lots of Forerunner stuff to do between my truck and the crawler, so I've been plugging away at that all week. I guess for a wrap, Gaivn, did you work last weekend?
Yeah, no.
What did you do?
So Friday I got home, did absolutely nothing. Saturday, tightened up some of the bolts on the roof rack, just making sure everything was tightened up all the way now that I've kind of had some rattling and, just letting it kind of settle. Just a couple of the bolts that I just probably missed. Went through the truck, cleaned it up, reorganized, the back seat area where I have my air hose and jumpers and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy, just cleaned it, vacuumed it, washed it. And then, Saturday, we went and picked up a toddler bed for the boy. Ditched the old crib. He was climbing out of the crib and getting right on the changing table. So we were not wanting that anymore.
He is a fucking climber, dude.
He is. So we ditched that, put the toddler bed in. Now he's been sleeping in that and he likes it. Then we took him to the park and had some fun at the park, and we put him on the slide. He's liking the slide, and that was pretty much it, man. Pretty relaxed weekend. Didn't do a whole lot of truck stuff. Didn't have a whole ton of money to do anything, but...
I feel that.
I was supposed to go camping fully. We had some family stuff come up, and we didn't know if we wanted to be gone just in case an emergency popped up, so we ended up just staying just in case. Thankfully, nothing happened, but... it was a good weekend. It would have been great for camping, of course.
Yeah. I got paid on Friday and was out of money by Friday night. And I didn't buy anything. I just paid my bills.
No, that
and when I say
right.
out of money, I don't mean like when people say like, I have no money. No, I mean I had to borrow money to pay my bills. Like it was the worst week I've had in probably a year. It's been rough, dude.
Yeah. It's been a little bit since you had a rough week like that.
And this upcoming week isn't looking much better. Yeah.
I'm going to pay off my Affirm this weekend. So I only have like 150 left or whatever on it. So I'm just going to pay the rest of that off and finally.
But I did... Sorry, Gaivn, I didn't mean to step on your toes like that.
No, you didn't. I'm done.
Okay, cool. I did Thursday night. We got started on our weekend kind of early because Mark was in a hurry to put his bumper on.
Yeah.
And I was already halfway into putting my lower control arm on when he decided to show up. So I did change my driver's side lower control arm because I'm pretty sure it was the factory one and it was just time. And I was hoping that it would solve my shake. Spoiler alerts. It didn't. My shake is still here in full force. Actually, not full force. It's better than it was.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I did today solve a little bit more of the shake. I crawled underneath the truck and happened to look at the wheels and noticed that both wheels had like a pound of mud caked to the tire itself.
Oh, you didn't even wash that to begin with?
I did. It was on the inside. Like, who sprays the inside of their tires?
Oh, that's been your shake the whole time, dude.
How long have we been
Like-
getting our trucks muddy? You know to spray the inside of the rims by now.
No. The inside of the rim was clear. It was the tire
Oh.
on the back side of the tire on the in. It was.
Okay.
I've never had mud cake up right there.
Okay.
MTs,
Like-
man.
Never. So I mean that helped a little bit, but I've still got. The best way I can describe it is a death wobble. Anything over like 50 miles an hour, my steering wheel just starts shaking side to side violently.
Yeah.
That, I know you said you got the mud, but that happened to me with mud, and the mud was it was coated around the rim because I drove and then it had dried. So it almost looked like it was the rim. And then I started chipping away at it. This was a New Year. When we did the New Year's run.
Oh, yeah.
I actually had to, when we left, I had to pull into a parking lot because it had frozen at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I had to pull into a parking lot and grab a screwdriver and chip it all off, but then my death wobble went away. But
Yeah,
that was my big one there.
I've got that going on. I think it's an imbalanced tire. I really do. But I've been dealing with it for 4 or 5 weeks now, so I'm getting a little concerned that it might be something else. But I'm out of things to try because I fixed everything.
Yep.
I did notice I've got a rear shock bushing that needs replaced, so I'm going to order that this weekend. So it'll be here some point this week. So maybe that'll help, but that's not the problem. It's just an issue. It's not the problem.
Did you fix your self-adjusting links?
Yes, I fixed the self-adjusting links.
Is it happening to your front end or rear end?
Both?
Well, I'm just wondering because, like, if you could put a jack on like your axle and just see what watch the tires spin and see if there is just an imbalance or something.
Yeah, I haven't been able to notice that. I did jack up the front and shook fucking everything, and everything feels tight and fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if it's my bad from the factory rack and pinion.
Yeah.
So I thought about stealing the one off the crawler, and then I took the tie rod off and wanted to cry because it was the worst rack and pinion I'd ever seen.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, like we're talking an inch of play up and down on the rod that runs side to side.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. So, yeah, I got to figure that shake out. If I don't figure that out by Leatherwood, I'm done. I ain't going to Leatherwood with that.
Mm-hmm.
But
sounds like someone needs to get like a Raptor before they go to Leatherwood and then just take the Raptor.
Well, one, I don't know who's talking about buying a Raptor. We haven't talked about any Raptor on the podcast.
I never said anything. I'm just saying a Raptor would be freaking cool.
A Raptor would be freaking cool. Someone should buy a Raptor, man. I don't know who, but someone should. Maybe Mark. Maybe Mark should buy a Raptor.
If you
still
don't name
paying
the
for the
Raptor
Toyota.
Blue,
What's up?
got to name the Raptor Blue in Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Yeah, whoever
Clever
buys
gal.
it should do that. But see, I got to figure that out. I think I'm on the right path. I think I've got it narrowed down to a handful of things. I just got to verify them. In other news, I've started taking the long travel off the crawler, and it is very homemade.
You couldn't tell?
I don't know how how else to put it. But I mean it works. Everything's still tight. The God, what are they called? The Heim joints are still solid.
Mm-hmm.
All the bolts that were on it are still good. Everything seems to be in good shape, so I'm excited to get my truck ready for that. Which is also why I'm not super worried about my front end, because I'm going to rip all of it off soon anyway.
Yeah.
Everything all brand new.
Well,
Then he's going to put old crawler parts on it. And then he's going to be like, I don't know why it's breaking again, this piece of shit.
That's exactly how that trip's going to go.
Yep.
Mark my words, Mark.
But you know what? It's going to look damn cool doing it.
Uh-huh.
Damn cool on that car hauler. No,
That's exactly.
No, I mean, are your wheels? Do they have like a hollow parts on the inside of like the rim? Could it be mud caked up? Do you know, like some of them are like they have like a concave, and then like on the inside, you could have mud in that.
Maybe. I think it's just I've been struggling getting these tires balanced for the last 2 years, and I think that they might be out around now.
Maybe we should get you a cheap set of new tires put on there and see if that helps.
I am stealing the tires off the black truck for Leatherwood.
Yep.
Is the black truck there?
It's at my mom's right now, but it's coming here next week.
I was going to say, you should just unbolt the wheels off of that, bolt them onto yours, drive it, and see if that fixes it.
I think that's his plan.
I put Mark's front tires on mine, and it definitely made the shake better, but not fixed. So I'm wondering if it's a front and rear combined thing, but we didn't take the time to do that.
No, we didn't take time to do that one.
With you said you just had them rotated too, right?
Yeah, I just rotated them.
So if they were already that fucked up and they got rotated, that might be why you're getting it on all ends now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like I said, I paid $500 for a brand new set of tires 2 years ago. I've put 40,000 miles on them, Mark? Like, it's been a lot.
It's been a lot.
I'm not saying that they haven't done you well. I'm just saying that it's probably time. Yeah.
I think I'm just at that point where it's just time for new tires.
And you can't properly rotate like your all-terrains.
Right. I can't, well, not all-terrains, just non-directional tires.
Non-directional. Let me restate that.
So that could be the issue there, just because they're...
Yep. I mean, I've never had a set of tires that had to be rebalanced as much as these do. Probably like once or twice a month, honestly.
Yep.
In your opinion, would you ever buy them again knowing that non-directional? Or would it...
Nope, definitely not. You want to know why? The price went up $300.
Oh, I was about to say...
Before tariffs.
Yeah.
So now that tariffs happened, I bet you that's over almost $1,000 at least to buy a set of those.
I would say if you had a dedicated trail toy, it would be a different story, but I probably would never buy directional mud trains again.
I didn't notice they were directional when I bought them.
Yep.
So I had another one I was looking at that wasn't directional, and I chose these because they're made by Pirelli and they're a little higher quality of a tire.
Mm-hmm.
But they were still a $500 set of. Okay, they're technically 32s. They're 31.9, but still.
$500 for a set of 4. Not bad.
And then I think I had $100 in balancing, so it's at $600 for a brand new set of tires.
Yeah, not bad.
Even if they only did me 40,000 miles, that's still a hell of a deal.
Yeah, I was stoked to pay $800 for those fucking Wild Peaks, so $600 is fucking nice. And that's all said and done. That was $800 was before. That was before balancing and all that.
So, I mean, if they went back down to $500, I'd probably buy them again if I didn't want to go up a size in tire, because I want to go up to 35s now. But
yeah, might as well.
Mm-hmm.
At the price, they're probably the best tire you could buy. But now that they're more expensive, because now they sit at like $760, no way I'd even touch them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you looked at like Marketplace for some just cheap 35s to tide you over for a couple $100?
I have.
Nothing.
I never have. Right now, I don't have a couple $100 at any given time. So.
Oh, I feel you.
His best option is the black truck.
Just use the tires up. Just use the tires off the black truck till after Leatherwood, and then after Leatherwood, I've got a set of tires in my eBay follows right now. My watch list.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got a couple different ones. Some of them are more cheap tires. Like, I haven't learned my lesson, guys. Let's be honest here.
I mean, that's basically what I was asking. Was like, I mean, like at that point in your head, when you're thinking about all the trouble you've gone through with them, even if they were down to still $500, I mean, is it even worth it anymore?
I would get them. Well, no, because I want to go up to 35s. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably get them again.
Okay.
So, I've got a set of Kanadi Mud Hogs. 5 of them for $1,100.
Mm-hmm.
They're 35 by 12.5.
I thought you were going to all terrains.
Yeah, no, like that's the plan. But like it's a good deal, so I might go mud trains again.
You could get all terrains for $1,100.
I've also got some Gladiator X comps. I sent those to Mark.
Yes, you did.
But I did not favorite them. So I learned something new. So you can get a 35. Okay, I was looking specifically at Gladiator X comps.
Yeah.
So if you get a 315/70 R17, that works out to about 34.4 inches by 12.4. That's $500 cheaper than a 35 from the same brand. So you're paying $500 more for 0.6 of an inch. To me, it's worth just buying the 34.4.
Yeah.
It's basically a 35 anyway.
Mm-hmm. There's no true 35s at this point.
Right. And I can get a set of those for like $800. And that's what we've got on my brother's truck, my sister's Jeep. I bought some for the black truck, but we ended up using something else. They're decent tires. They do really well on snow and ice and rain. Which I haven't experienced in a mud terrain, so.
What's their load?
These ones are load range E.
Okay.
Which, at this point, I'm just accepting that load range E is kind of where I'm going to end up. Yeah, and they're good. They're a good tire. I got nothing. Oh, they're only speed rated up to 112, so I guess I got to keep my car under 112 miles an hour.
Oh, that won't work for me after getting rid of my old bumper.
Yeah, are those the bumpers heavier than the other ones?
My old one was the swing out was heavy, 152.
Oh, so you're lighter.
152 is incorrect for Hookie's website. My new bumper is 180, and they said on their website for Hookie that the swing out was 152. It took me and Gio to manhandle it all the way to his trailer. I called bull crap on 152. I got rid of my squat.
Yeah, your truck looks great with that new bumper.
Yes. Both
haven't
bumpers.
seen it in person yet, but
both bumpers, Little B's high clearance rear bumper, quite the step to go to, especially if you're not one that likes to chop their bodies.
Yeah. There's like a square foot on either side of his bed that had to get cut off.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. So right now it's a dedicated rock runner build.
See. And we added a cheap $100 semi-spare tire holder.
Yep.
With the intentions of using it for one trip and replacing it.
Yeah.
And now I think we're getting a second one.
It's going to be dedicated now. I don't think I'm going to do swing gate anymore. Considering the swing gate was going to be $3,000 and my option I just put in was like $70.
I don't know. It looks cool like that too.
It does. But it's going to be cooler after we get done with hopefully how it's going to get built out unless we change the plans again.
We can talk about it. Since I refuse to get a spare tire carrier because I'm a fucking heathen, we're going to put my spare tire carrier in his bed. So he'll have 2 spares on either side.
Not on the trailer?
Well, there's going to be one for the trailer, but it's for the trailer itself.
Yeah. Trailer's going to carry its own spare.
We are eventually, the end goal is all of us running the same size tire with the same rim, so it's going to be match.
Yeah.
Match. Let me know when you go and get rid of yours, Mark. I'll take your wheels.
Okay.
Because those are the bronze ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the super beat up bronze ones.
Just bronze.
I mean, they're not
touch
bad,
up.
right?
It's just the
No.
lip has major rash from rocks and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I don't really care about that as much, as long as they don't leak and they're all not all bent up.
Yeah, I've got I started getting rock rash at 3rd Gen weekend, and we found it this weekend, so that's sad.
Yeah.
Because my wheels have looked fresh this whole time, and now they're looking beat.
Yep.
Yeah, it's about time for me to throw a fresh coat on mine. Get them show season ready.
Oh my god, this goober. Are you gonna what's a good way to say this? Are you going to redneck spray it? That's a good way to say it.
Yeah, that's what I did last time. It worked great.
Oh my god.
I did it again before the last Rigs and Coffee I went to. Didn't even know, did you? I did it right before I left. So I had time to dry out while I was driving. Made the coat really nice and even.
That's your tire wet is just spray paint?
Yeah, black spray paint. It looked damn good last year when I did it. You couldn't even tell. I did the whole tire until where the tread met the pavement.
Jesus Christ.
and it legitimately looked like fucking tire wet. And I was like, holy shit. I said, see, look at this. And she's like, what did you do? I was like, well, I didn't tire wet the damn thing. I can tell you that. It takes too long.
Yeah, it's getting to be that time of year where I'm going to be tire wetting mine all the time. Keep my rubber soft and fresh.
Yeah, I just seal mine with spray paint.
That
keeps them fresh too.
It's not good for it.
It gives it a nice coating.
The tire wet actually softens the rubber and makes it last longer.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't put lotion on my hands to make them softer. Just got wussy hands.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so so Mark's truck's looking great.
I think it performs better since getting rid of that old bumper too.
Feels better.
Oh, it feels a lot better.
I did notice too, after putting all that weight in the back of my FJ, my truck feels a lot softer now. Those 200-pound constant load springs needed that weight still in there to actually work right, I guess. Because when I took everything out for the winter, it felt stiff. Like I'd go over like a bump or something, and it felt like it wasn't giving much. If that makes sense.
I wonder if my weird ride correlates with when I took all the weight out of the back of my truck.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Because you pretty
I
much
took all
threw
the
all
weight
of it on the trailer.
Uh-huh. Yep. Maybe I should throw it back in there and see if it makes any difference.
You should.
Probably should.
I know my truck just feels so much better. I will say that I think one of my tires is leaking a little bit. I went and washed it today, sold like an old backpack that I had, and checked my tire pressure. It was at like 20. I'm like, that's why it looks like it's a little saggy. So filled that up at the car wash and put it. What are you guys doing running on yours right now? Because I think I have mine at like 35.
I haven't checked mine a little bit. I should probably check it.
I do like 35 or 40.
I'm somewhere between 35 and 40.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There was definitely a lazy week where I had mine at like 20, 25, and I just didn't feel like filling them up because it was winter, but
my tires are rated for like 90, but there's no way in hell I would drive that truck on 90 PSI.
I've filled mine up to 90% before. Could never get them to 100%, but I got them to 99%. Pretty close.
Oh, man. You goober.
I know. I'm just the safety officer has to make these kind of jokes every once in a while. Yeah. We've seen too many videos of like kids going, I filled my bike tire to 99%. Dad's like, what? Yeah, 99%. I'm going to go right down the street. He's like, don't you dare get on that fucking bike.
I saw a video of a kid just talking on his bike and they're spraying it down. Also, the tire blew. Tire was overpressurized.
Yep, 99% right there.
Oh,
Well, the Mark, have you done anything else other than your bumpers? Like any interior stuff lately? No
you
interior
count
mods?
rewiring or laying out wires I meant to do for a while. I actually ran my CB antenna underneath the carpet this time instead of just through the seats.
Yes.
GMRS.
Yep. GMRS.
When
Let me
I
say that.
yeah. When I did my roof rack, I actually took the time and tucked all my wiring in.
Do you
Heat
have two
shrinked and taped
antennas
it.
on your roof rack?
Me?
Yeah.
I have the one for the Wii Boost. I have the other one on my back door. And then I think I have that one tiny one that was my spare for
Yeah.
I think that was this old spare for the GMRS, but I had it tied in, so I didn't rip it out because I didn't feel like ripping everything. Like I had it taped in with the other ones to try to keep all the wiring together.
Oh, that's just you just didn't cut it off then at that point.
Yeah, just cut it off.
Well, you can't even see it now. I was just gonna unwrap it and save it because I wanted the backup just in case that, because that antenna's cap has been off of it for I don't know how long now. So I'm just like waiting for it to take a shit, and I wanted something.
Oh, your cap's missing too?
Yeah.
I thought we had this conversation.
Mine's been missing since the week after I bought the antenna, and it's been solid.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a cool plastic toy that my son has that he doesn't want anymore, and I'm gonna cut the head off it and glue it on there.
Just get a duck.
Impaled ducks.
I don't know how ironic I want that to be. If I cut the head off of it, made it look like we decapitated it, that might be kind of sick. Maybe do a little sticker on the antenna that says "Death to Ducks." That'd be perfect.
So, real quick, what are plans for this weekend?
Work.
We doing anything on your truck, Mark?
Maybe lift the front back up a little more. Heard it rubbing again when I backed up Monday morning.
So got to crank those up a little more. Finish working on stripping things off the crawler frame.
Oh, oil change.
You got to do an oil change.
Yep.
Duncan has some stuff, but he's not ready to lift his truck yet, which is driving me nuts because I just want to get it done so we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, he's getting close to the crunch of being capable for Leatherwood.
I know. I'm like, dude. And he's busy this weekend. He's busy next week. And I'm like, dude, you've got like
a week.
You have like 2 weekends. Like, yeah.
Have you, I would try and put some weight in your truck too this week or the Friday or whatever. And whenever you decide to do it.
Probably do that tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. I really just think my tires are out around at this point because I've got both lower control. I mean, the whole front end's brand new now. There's nothing left it's all been replaced since November.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'd definitely throw those other wheels on it and drive it around and see what happens.
Yep. So hopefully that solves it. Even if it just makes it tolerable at 65, I'll call it a day, but...
Oh, yeah. When I was leaving on New Year's, I was like, I'll deal with it. It'll fall off. Hell no, it did not.
No.
We tried to go to 55, and I was like, dude, I'm going to break something just trying to get it up to this speed.
It's funny because I remember before we left, I was like, Gaivn, you really should swing by the car wash. And you were like,
Yeah, I was tired. I was like, yeah, I'll do it after, which I did. It just didn't help because everything was frozen. So
right.
I didn't go underneath the truck and do the inside of the wheel, which really wants me to get, when I do get wheels, to make sure they're get basically steelies or something like that are
they do
easy
the same
to clean.
Thing.
No, just easy to clean. Like, I don't want any that are like have any like concave hollows or something for mud to stick and stay. Something simple. I think they had those black Rhino ones that are like solid on the outside and inside.
Those are impossible. Those are impossible to clean.
Thanks for ruining my dream.
the mud goes on the inside of them, and then you have to take them off to wash the inside.
Oh, yeah, that was a concern. Those were definitely the ones I've been looking at, though, just based off of looks, though.
Oh, yeah, they look sick. They're great show truck wheels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I really don't mind mine right now. Like I said, just keep spraying them, and they look brand new every 3 months.
We talked about getting black rhinos for the trailer.
Yep.
That would be sick. That would be sick.
Now we're going to do matching wheels and tires across our two builds, the Jeep build, and the trailer. That way you can just put them on anything.
Yep.
If you all get Bajas, like what Mark has, you would have a spare wheel for everything.
See, the problem with Bajas are they're really expensive.
Just afterpay it. It'll be fine.
Now, if we all did the Gladiator X comps, which are also a great tire, I think they're like half the cost of the.
Alex just has to be patient and afterpay one Baja at a time.
Oh my god!
I'm telling you, I just pay the 200 some. I think it's like what, $310 for a Baja.
I don't remember.
What are you running, Mark? You're still running 33s, right?
Okay.
Are
Are you ready for this?
They're technically 32s.
Oh, okay.
So for a load range D, Baja Boss set of 2, it is $814.
Oh yeah, that's afterpayable.
What size tire we're looking at doing again, Alex?
Well, those are 35s. So we're looking at like 34 point something. Fuck.
Just say get whatever Mark's got. That way you guys can interchange all.
Well, Mark's gonna need new tires soon too.
Yes.
315 70 17, and he wants to go to 35s. So.
So
Yeah,
315.
315 70 17. But I think that the Baja Boss only sells in a 35.
I think so.
They got a AT, yeah. 315
70,
17, 338.
I'm seeing the AT at 396.
It's on eBay.
792. I'm on eBay right now. $792 for a set of 2 Baja Boss ATs. So, literally half the cost to go with the Gladiators.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the Baja Boss is a fantastic tire.
It's held up pretty well, but at the same time, wouldn't mind getting something cheaper, especially if we're going with new rims again.
Yep.
No, we get rims that last a good bit. We don't have to worry about replacing them. It'd be a different story.
I could really keep running my wheels, but I want to go to the matchy thing because it's going to save us a lot in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, well that's like 33 minutes.
Yep.
So let's call her.
Yep.
So we'll catch you guys later, and I'm sorry that we're not doing an hour-long episode, but life gets busy, and this week is one of those weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We'll talk to you later.
Later.